Welcome back, second grade. I'm glad that you're watching these videos to keep up with Charlotte's Web and hear more about the story. We are about halfway through with the book, so hopefully we'll find out more about how Charlotte saves Wilbur and what happens with him at the end. Before we read today, then I know it's been a long time since we've been in school together. It's been a long time since you've been probably kind of stuck at home and not really able to go a lot of places. I hope that you're being safe when you do go outside or go to the store. This morning I went to the store to buy some toilet paper and I found some, but I made sure that I wore a mask when I went, even just using like a headband or a bandana or other fabric I had in my house to be safe. And then I washed my hands for 30 seconds when I got home. Remember, Miss Ferris talked to you about that. So make sure if you do go outside that when you come back in, then you wash your hands really well to make sure that you keep staying safe and healthy. I am praying for you that you are staying safe and healthy and that you are peaceful. So to help us before we read, then we're going to take a few deep breaths because there's been a lot going on that even grown-ups and people in charge like the president and the governor, they also are trying to make big decisions and they're what to do. So it's okay if you're feeling a little bit worried or frustrated that you have to stay home or not go to school. So we're going to take some deep breaths. I don't have my ball, but we're going to pretend like we have it. So when it gets bigger, you'll inhale. When it gets smaller, you'll exhale. You can do your hands with me too if you'd like. Take 3 deep breaths slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You can always keep taking deep breaths while I'm reading. Remember, you can always do those by yourself or with somebody that you love at your house. If you feel like you are upset or frustrated or sad, that those can help you calm down and feel a little better. Now, last time we read, then Charlotte had made some words in her web. Do you remember what they said? The web said, some pig. Here's that picture for chapter 11. Now in chapter 12, then there's a meeting happening. I wonder who's going to meet. I'm guessing it's about the web or about Wilbur. Chapter 12, a meeting. One evening, a few days after the writing had appeared in Charlotte's Web, the spider called a meeting of all the animals in the barn cellar. I shall begin by calling the roll. Wilbur? Here, said the pig. Gander? Here, said the gander. You sound like 3 ganders, muttered Charlotte. Why can't you just say here? Why do you have to repeat everything? Goose, said Charlotte. Here, 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 said the goose. Charlotte glared at her. Goslings, 1 through 7. Bee, 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 said the 7 goslings. This is getting to be quite a meeting, said Charlotte. Anybody would think we had 3 ganders, 3 geese, and 21 goslings. Sheep? Ah, answered all the sheep together. Lambs? Ah, answered all the lambs together. Templeton? No answer. Templeton? No answer. Well, I guess we're all here except the rat, said Charlotte. I guess we could go on without him. Now, all of you must have noticed what's been going on around here the last few days. The message I wrote in my web praising Wilbur has been received. The Zuckermans have fallen for it, and so has everybody else. Zuckerman thinks Wilbur is an unusual pig, and therefore he won't want to kill him and eat him. I dare say my trick will work, and Wilbur's life can be saved. Hooray! cried everybody. Thank you very much, said Charlotte. Now I've called this meeting in order to get suggestions. I need new ideas for the web. Some people are already getting sick of reading the word some pig. If anybody can think of another message or remark, I'll be glad to weave it into the web. Any suggestions for a new slogan? How about Pig Supreme? Asked one of the lambs. No good, said Charlotte. It sounds like a dessert. How about Terrific, Terrific, Terrific? Asked the goose. Cut that down to 1 terrific and it will do very nicely, said Charlotte. I think terrific might impress Zuckerman. Here are all the animals and Fern having their meeting about Wilbur. What should Charlotte write in the web next? What would you tell Charlotte that she could write about Wilbur? So far, she has one idea to put the word terrific. But Charlotte, said Wilbur, I'm not terrific. That doesn't make a particle of a difference, replied Charlotte. Not a particle. People believe almost anything they see in print. Does anybody know how to spell terrific? I think, said the gander, it's T double E double R double R double I double F double I double C C C C. Well, what kind of an acrobat do you think I am? Said Charlotte in disgust. I would have to have St. Vitus's dance to weave a word like that into my web. Sorry, said the gander. The oldest sheep spoke up. I agree that there should be something new written in the web if Wilbur's life is to be saved. And if Charlotte needs help in finding words, I think she can get it from our friend Templeton. The rat visits every dump regularly and has access to old magazines. He can tear out bits of advertisements and bring them up here to the barn cellar so that Charlotte can have something to copy. Good idea, said Charlotte, but I'm not sure Templeton will be willing to help. You know how he is, always looking out for himself, never thinking of others. I bet I can get him to help, said the old sheep. I'll appeal to his baser instincts, of which he has plenty. Here he comes now. Everybody keep quiet while I put the matter up to him. The rat entered the barn the way he always did, creeping along close to the wall. What's up? He asked, seeing the animals assembled. We're holding a directors' meeting, replied the old sheep. Well, break it up, said Templeton. Meetings bore me. And the rat began to climb a rope that hung against the wall. Look, said the old sheep. Next time you go to the dump, Templeton, bring back a clipping from a magazine. Charlotte needs new ideas so she can write messages in her web and save Wilbur's life. Let him die, said the rat. I should worry. You'll worry all right when next winter comes, said the sheep. You'll worry all right when on a zero morning next January when Wilbur is dead and nobody comes down here with a nice pail of warm slops to pour into the trough. Wilbur's leftover food is your chief source of food supply, Templeton. You know that. Wilbur's food is your food. Therefore, Wilbur's destiny and your destiny are closely linked. If Wilbur is killed and his trough stands empty day after day, you'll grow so thin we can look right through your stomach and see objects on the other side. Templeton's whiskers quivered. That means they shook because he was nervous. Maybe you're right, he said gruffly. I'm making a trip to the dump tomorrow afternoon. I'll bring back a magazine clipping if I can find one. Thanks, said Charlotte. The meeting is now adjourned. I have a busy evening ahead of me. I've got to tear my web apart and write terrific. Wilbur blushed. But I'm not terrific, Charlotte. I'm just about average for a pig. You're terrific as far as I'm concerned, replied Charlotte sweetly, and that's what counts. You're my best friend, and I think you're sensational. Now stop arguing and go get some